My name's Madison Singleton. I am 21, and then this is my mom, Brandy Waters. And my Make-A-Wish was to be able to have money to go to college. It was my senior year of high school, and I had a good headache for about 2 weeks. It wouldn't go away with any medicine I took. So I went into physical therapy just to kind of like relieve it, and that didn't work. So one day when I was coming home, I passed out in the passenger seat of my mom's car. And so she rushed me to the ER, and they did testing, which came back negative. Nothing was there. So they did an MRI, and they found that there was a tumor on my cerebellum. And when they removed it, it was a benign, non-cancerous tumor. And it was about the size of your fingernail, so a 3x2 tumor.
You had a shunt put in. They had to drain all of the fluid. She was in the ICU when she first came out. It was a long recovery, and then and in some ways she started completely over, because it was like the first surgery. We had to start completely over from a rehab standpoint, getting her up and moving, getting her up and walking, and it was extremely painful. I would say the second surgery was just difficult to go through. Well, in addition, during her senior year, as she had start to recover from a brain tumor, her birth mom decided that she no longer wanted to have anything to do with both of her kids.
It was the Monday after spring break. I came home from work at the time, and my grandma told me to sit down, and she said that, so your birth mom called saying that she wanted you to stay with me a little bit longer. So I asked her how long that meant, and she said permanently. And so that following Saturday, she said to have everything out of the apartment or it was going in the dumpster. It was a big shock to me.
I'm actually her godmother and her aunt, and I was in the delivery room when Maddie was born. And throughout Maddie's life, I was there very young, and then when she had her brain tumor, I tried to be right there by her side, and there is part of recovery. So between her grandma, myself, and my husband, we knew when we signed up to be godparents, that meant that we also signed up to be her mom and her dad if in some way she didn't have a mom and a dad. She really went through a complete surgery, 2 surgeries, rehab, pretty much being abandoned by now both of her birth parents, right in her senior year, right when most kids are super excited about going to school and thinking about going to college. She was left with $21 to her name when she left the home, and having to figure out what she was going to do. She had never been on a vacation.
My first original wish was to go on a cruise to the Bahamas, and then I switched it to Hawaii because it's kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. And then back when I graduated, I always wanted to go away for college. So I went on a visit to Waldorf, and I enjoyed the campus. I enjoyed everyone there. It kind of felt like another family already. But I decided to change my wish to go to college, and just because I wanted to be able to show like how independent I have become, and just trying to like kind of get that experience of like not being at home all the time.
Well, and I think most parents, you save for college, as the child becomes young. When, we found out we were gonna, have Maddie in our life in a different way, we hadn't had all of those years. So the expense of college is something that, it's very expensive. And for her, she, was able to get some sort of a scholarship with bowling, but it wasn't enough to cover it. And, I feel like she's had everything else stripped from her in a lot of ways. And so this was amazing to get a wish where she could help supplement that and be able to have that opportunity to be able to go to college.
My mom has experience with healthcare. So that was actually one I wanted to do, because I wanted to follow her in her footsteps, but it just kind of came to be a lot. I'm in health promotion and exercise science, which I also recently added a minor in psychology.
So initially, I think the Make-A-Wish request, was done without the best intentions by her birth mom. But in the end, it was one of the best things that ever happened to her, because she really got the chance to make the wish her own, and it has allowed her to go to the college that she wanted to go to, and it's had such a positive impact. And we are every year Make-A-Wish Go Through the Christmas Lights family, and we see those kids. We never thought we would have one of those kids on there, but it has been extremely impactful to us to be able to let her have that wish and see her go to and get to be at the school that she wants to do. None of us, I think, as a family expect to go through a tragedy or expect to have an illness or expect to have something happen. We're lucky that we still have Maddie. I know there's families out there that don't have the same outcome, but I think we all can be busy in our lives and not think about how we can impact and what a wish maybe has an impact on a family. But this will have a lasting effect on Maddie. This is a jump start for her. She could have gone one of two directions down this road, and this is a jump start for her to be able to have a successful life. And so your donation really, you don't even know the impact that it can make fully on someone when you do it. So I just encourage everyone to donate and to be a part of Make-A-Wish, because there are hundreds of kids who need wishes, and everybody can make an impact. So give what you can give. Thank you so much, Make-A-Wish Iowa.